And get out of here, we just did. Why, hello there. Yeah, I'm really excited to see these videos in HD quality because I'll be honest, man, even, like, don't get me wrong, it's not that I purposely, like, wanted, it's not like I couldn't handle the quality or nothing. You know what? I think one more tin viand would actually suffice. Yeah, but it's not like my computer couldn't handle the quality or nothing. I just didn't know that you have to, you know, fuck around with it for a little bit. Yeah, but it took me 18 parts to kind of sit there and realize, oh, maybe I don't have to deal with the shitty quality. Because I was looking at the videos and I'm watching it and I'm just like, man, like, you can't even see the fucking, like, if I bring up my inventory, you see, like, the stack numbers behind the behind the items. You can barely see that shit. So it's just like, I was like, no, there's got to be something I can do. And it turns out there was. Like, sometimes when you just, like, you know, when you do something enough and you're just like, this absolutely could be better, and so you crack and you look for some information, and it just so happens that the information is there. Problem is, when it comes to, I wanted to make that mod for Ark, which is like, it creates pre-generated structures, but the thing is that modding, looking for information in regards to modding, I think you have to go fucking talk to, like, the modders, and even then, they're busy people. You can't just talk to modders. But, like, I wanted to talk to modders about, like, yo, so, like, all I want to do is make structures just appear in the world. This is gonna sound, like, a little pompous, but, like, or dickish, or, like, self-entitled or whatever. But, like, if these modders are capable of creating and modeling creatures from the motherfucking ground up, and then on top of that, they can give them abilities and, like, additional, like, animations and shit like that, I feel like putting already existing structures from the game files themselves and the vanilla game files themselves and just making them appear in the world, I feel like that's like baby shit compared to what these modders can do. So of course I felt compelled to actually like ask them and be like, yo, is there any way you guys know how to do this? But I haven't like asked them yet, because again, they're busy people. You can't just fucking ask them that. It's very like you gotta wait until they're like active or something, and even then, like, they are only active for very brief moments. So I don't know. It's hard to get the information that I need without seeming like a dickhead, or without saying like, oh, I deserve this information, or something to that effect, I guess. It's just like, it's just very, I don't know, there's just something about it that like really needs to, you can't just go and find information like that, though. You can only find information from that from like an individual who's dabbled in it. And I'm pretty sure like modding as a whole is kind of based on a whole like figure it out type of mentality. Like I think I'm supposed to figure this shit out, honestly. Like, I don't think I'm supposed to just sit there and like, duh, I could just look it up. Because I'll be honest, I literally thought I was going to be able to just look it up. Well, to be fair, like, the only reason I thought I was going to be able to look it up, because it was just, it's taking normal structures that are already in the game, that are already implemented into the game. So, like, you know, I wouldn't have thought, like, that was going to be, a, like, you know, like, I wasn't going to be able to find information around that. Because it's like, it's not like I'm trying to make my own project, making unique items and stuff. But the thing, I mean, I did find a video that was just like, oh, this is how you create a structure. But that doesn't really tell me how to get, like, the structures out onto the, to the world, I guess. Like, it doesn't really tell me how to get, it doesn't really tell me how to get the structures to, shit, what's the word that I'm even looking for right now? I don't even know. But what I want to do, I feel like grabbing the files to do what I want to do is simple, but making them just generate and just appear on the map, I feel like is a lot more complicated for sure. It's just, it all depends on like if I actually have the willpower to want to do it. I might settle down for that NPC mod. There's an NPC mod that's not by the Primal Fear people, and I kind of don't like that mod. I mean, I do, like, I think he did a great job with it. It's just that when it comes to the structures and stuff, I don't know, using rocket launchers and magma source to blow up their structures is kind of, I don't know, it just feels unsatisfying, and like, you know, it doesn't really hit the same way, especially knowing that my dinosaur could eat their base up, which I guess could happen realistically, if you know what I mean. Like that could, like I'm sure a dinosaur could eat a house if it was able to sustain, if it could sustain itself from eating a house, I guess. But yeah, there's a lot that I want to try and do with Ark, and having it have pre-generated bases that you could just blow up and raid, like as if they're people bases, except there's no people around, there's nothing in them, or I mean maybe programs that there's loot in it to you know, maybe like get your time in. But I don't know, I kind of just want to blow up C4. Oh, another thing too is that my fucking C4 in Ark is not working. Like, dude, that shit is seriously not working, and I don't understand how or why. Like, I really don't. It is not fucking working, like, at all. Like, at fucking all. I don't understand how or why. I mean, the only logical explanation, there's only two explanations. Wildcard fucked up, and when they updated the game, they might have fucked up something that was connected to C4, or one of my mods is fucking around with it, and, like, is, like, not doing a good job. Like maybe one of my mods is fucking up my C4, but I don't understand how or what. I don't have anything that alters C4 directly, or even like related to its blueprint path and what it's connected to. So I don't know, but C4 is not working in my world right now, which sucks because taming concavators using C4 is the most convenient way to do that when you got a net gun. But unfortunately, that's not going to work anymore. But that's all right though. I'm gonna have to wait until tech to tame a concavator, because the standard explosives are not working. What the fuck am I looking for? I was supposed to craft these runes like ages ago, and I kept forgetting. Here we go. Frostbolt. Healing. I'm gonna keep that on hand. And light. Yee. Okay, so the light is basically, the rune of light's gonna replace the torch, because it's basically what it is. It's a torch that you don't have to hold out to see. It's fucking super duper nice. Alright, and then we got Frostbolt. Don't really need that when I got Firebolt. So here's basically how I want to do it. I want to keep one utility rune, one damaging rune, and then one healing rune. Or like rune that can restore health, or a rune that can restore stamina. But like a regenerative rune. So a utility rune, which is, you know, rune of light. Damaging rune, which is, you know, rune of fire or frostbolt, and restorative rune, which is a rune that can restore either health or stamina, or maybe other things of that nature too. But restorative class, I'll call that. Hey, you want to see what this rune does? Bam. It's supposed to heal for like 2.4 like per second up to a total. You can actually read what it says. I just don't understand why the better UI makes it so that when you hover over shit with the controller, the tooltips don't show up. But there you go. Heals allies within 10 yards for 40 over 4 seconds. And hey, because the YouTube and because the video quality is fucking 1080p, guess what? You could actually fucking read that shit, no problem. You could have read it yourself. So that's neat. Because there's no fucking way you would have been able to read it beforehand. So this is kind of the phase of Valheim where you kind of just constantly make coal to this stuff. Grab the tin. Grab the tin. Grab the tin. Tin is good for the soul. Alright, cool. Alright, let's grab 9 of these bad boys and get ourselves a motherfucking cauldron so we can make advanced cooking stuff. Oh, do I need a phone? Oh, sorry, I probably need the fort first. Yeah, I think so, actually. Alright, well, I can wait. Alright, so I guess now what's gonna have to happen is just fill these coals, kill it as quick as I can. And then go get copper. It's copper time. Oh, for fuck's sake! I just... Oh, okay, alright. I guess, I mean, you definitely noticed at this point. Okay, so I guess I should probably reveal some information. So I actually have a mod that's called, customizable raids. So I have it lets you adjust how the raids work, and I've said on a number of occasions, I love the raids so much that I love the raids so much that here's what happened. I decided to actually increase the chance of raids happening. So raids can happen slightly more often, and raids have a higher chance of actually triggering. So basically the way that the raid coding in this game, or at least the foundation of how raids work in general in this game, is that apparently what happens is that by default every 46 minutes that goes by, the game will check to see if like a raid can happen. And if it can happen, the raid will start if you're at the base. If that 46 minutes just so happen to have passed while you're not at your base, then what would have been a raid gets canceled out, and you gotta wait the next 45 minutes. And I think it's like a 20% chance of actually of a raid occurring should all the checks like work out and stuff. I'm being healed up now. So yeah, it's it can the raids can happen a lot often, and it can get pretty crazy at times. But yeah, no, I mean it's fucking great though. Because this is my favorite part of the game. I like it because, like, again, this is PvE. I need to defend my base against, you know, creatures, not people. Because people will win. You saw how I played Overwatch. You saw how many times I fucking lost. Like, listen, I'll admit, like, yeah, I was kind of like, yeah, no, my team's not doing this, my team's not doing that. But I'm also too garbage at the game to make a substantial difference. I rely on my team, so I'm not that greater either. And as you saw, we lost all the time, and I guarantee if I picked up some of the slack, I might have done better in those matches. So the thing is that, you know, I lost a lot in Overwatch, and, you know, if people were raiding my base, oh man, they would win. They would win every time, I bet. Yeah, they're doing the stuff, it ain't easy. It ain't easy. Just get my nature magic up. I have healed. I have healed. So now I gotta put all this stuff away. I wanted to go. I wanted to go do things, and the game was like, "No, you stay." It's like, okay. Well, I think I should probably. I might. If I'm gonna put stuff away, then I might as well pause it because I'm pretty sure I'm coming up on the thing anyway. Like how many minutes? How many goddamn minutes? Oh, only 12 minutes. That's not that bad. I'll pause it instead. I wish there was an auto-run feature, because I would have been auto-running. Oh, no, there is an auto-run feature. There was. Ah, I forgot. There actually is. It's just, I don't think it's bound. Let's look at this real quick. Yeah, no, there's no auto-run button on the controller. But I know there is an auto-run button, though. I know it does exist. I forgot to use it. Son of a bitch. Oh, well. Missed opportunity, but next time. So yeah, so now what we're doing is that we're gonna go and get ourselves some copper, and you're not gonna have to watch me swing at a rock for an hour. I mean, I guess I could just pause it, but I won't need to pause it because, well, I'm probably gonna pause it in terms of like you're just gonna see me running back and forth constantly. But I mean, other than that, like you're gonna see me. You're gonna see me just whack the entire copper node in one fell swoop, then I'm just gonna run back and forth. It's foggy in the meadow, so it might be raining here. Yeah. You know, my friend said that you can actually visually see if it's raining in the next area, but I'm kind of a dopehead sometimes. Like, I've never, ever used that word before. I've never used that combination of words. Dopehead? Dopey head, maybe, is what I was thinking of? I don't know. I've never fucking used that word before, and I feel odd that I used it. Anyway. I'm a bit of a fucking idiot sometimes, and, like, I remember she was like, oh, yeah, no, look over, you can see, and I'm looking, and I'm like, can you? Is that what the rain clouds look like? It was just, like, regular clouds. Maybe they're lower to the ground, I don't know, but my friend said that you can see if it's raining, like, in the distance in the next biome. Maybe when we get out of here, I'll be able to. I'll be able to notice this. I hear a bunch of Greydors wanting my booty cheeks. I want my booty cheeks. This is gonna be the first copper vine that I get rid of. I think the coast is clear. Ding. Oh, bam. Bam. Fucking sonic boom. Sonic boom. Hell yeah. Look at all that fucking copper, dude. Oh yeah, I also, something I forgot to mention. Actually, something that I forgot to fucking actually clarify. I was in the middle of explaining the whole customizable raid thing, and I definitely got sidetracked. But, yeah, so the way that the raids work, I believe, is that it's 46 minutes that it checks for a raid. And then there's a 20% chance for the raid to start. So even when the check passes, there's still only a 20% chance of the raid actually happening. I remember at some point, I don't think it was my original file, but on a new file that I made, at some point, I'm not even kidding, my first raid didn't happen until day 30. In-game day 30. We're on day 17 right now, and there's like fucking 21 parts of this fucking series. So you could imagine, like, I was like really disappointed. I was just like, what the fuck is that? Like, that is nonsense. I want to get raided, because yeah, they give you the resources when you kill them, but also the danger of needing to protect your own base. It's foggy. We're not gonna be able to see if it's raining. Alright, well, whatever. But anyway, so I actually lowered the So I lowered the interval check from 46 minutes to 29 minutes? 28? 31 minutes? Somewhere between 28 to 31 minutes I changed the interval time for that. So there's that. And then I believe I have also made the chance of the raid happening 60%. There's a 60% chance that every 26 to 31 minutes, a raid may occur. I'm telling you, man, I find that shit fun. It's super demotivating when you die during a raid, though, because you lose out on a lot of those resources, and they'll constantly just end up fucking murdering you, and just that's gonna be no fun. Because once you die once, you kind of die a bunch because you're trying to either get your stuff back, and no, I don't know. It's not a good time. But hey, listen. I still find it fun, though, even when I do die, because, like, it just... What the hell? Apparently there was a raspberry that was on the floor that thing ate, because it thought I was trying to tame it. I did question whether or not I am going to tame boar at the beginning of the series. And you know what? I'll do it. I'll tame some boar, just because that is kind of part of the content, after all. I wish you could tame necks and deer, though. Like, that would be kind of cool. Even if, like, listen, so here's the thing, right? And this is because of Ark. I'm going to be honest. I'm only saying this right now because of Ark. I actually really wouldn't mind, like, having, like, the tames and stuff. But, like, I also wouldn't care if, like, I wouldn't care. So, like, the whole point of taming boar is that you slaughter them so you can get extra boar meat, scraps, and stuff from them. Well, I mean, in vanilla, all they drop is boar meat and scraps. But here, boar meat, pork, and scraps. So it's just like... So basically... You just breed them up, they make babies, the babies grow up, you make them fuck, and then you just slaughter the babies, basically. Like, that's just like a thing that you do, right? And then what ends up happening is that you end up with a lot of meat and scraps. And that's basically, like, the efficient way to get meat and scraps. So that's like why, that's why they kind of encourage you to tame shit for, like, every now and again. But you see, for me, and like the problem is with me in particular, okay, it's just that I'm not a huge fan. Jesus Christ, there's a lot of copper. I am not a huge fan of just the way that you gotta protect, like, the way you have to protect your freaking your piggies is kind of a pain in the ass, because the trolls will kill them if you, like, you gotta, like, completely encase them from a troll attack, and even then, like, they get stupid, and, like, I think the troll, okay, I mean, I don't know, this is, like, kind of, how would I describe this? Basically, the boars are kind of a huge pain in the ass to keep alive because of the troll raids, and like the I guess like the main issue is that, okay, well, they can see the giant trolls from the wooden gates, so they can see the giant trolls from the wooden gates, which makes sense, right? Like I don't blame them for, like, you know, for wanting to try to kill them. But the issue is that I feel like they might die even if I completely encase them. I mean, I could be paranoid. The reason why I'm paranoid is because poison seeps through walls in this game, and it's really fucking annoying. So when one of those, like, so when a raid happens where poison creatures come out, if they get near your taming pen, which they might, because like if they see your boars, I think they'll prioritize targeting your boar, which is super lame. So, like, yeah, it's a bit of, like, an issue trying to keep boars alive, and sometimes I just feel like I just can't be fucked with it sometimes, you know? Like, for me, it's just a pain in the ass. But I'll do it for the sake of, like, a series and exploring that kind of content, but I'm not going to be happy about it. And there might be a point where if they all die out due to a raid attack, I'm probably just going to not tame them again. But you have my word. I'll tame them once I get a cultivator. Actually, no, tell you what. I'll tame them once I get a full bronze set. I understand that you can basically tame boars like this, like honestly, like immediately, basically. But you know, slow pace, because you know the resources are tripled, and it seems like the spawn rate are increased. I don't have that spawn that mod. There's a mod called Spawn that allows you to manipulate the spawn rates of creatures. But there were some mechanics that didn't work. Like there were some mechanics that mod had and it wasn't working. So I decided to just like get rid of it. I'm pretty sure. But maybe the maybe the what's it called? I think there's a good chance that the creature level loot control, maybe that's what's causing them to spawn more often. But either way, like the main point I'm trying to get at is that there's a good chance that like on top of having typical resources, so I don't have to breed animals to get their resources. So like on top of that, they spawn quite often, so I should be able to, you know, knock them out of the park now and again. Why don't we start smelting copper, because smelting shit takes a while. Usually you're kind of supposed to only have one smelter and one kiln, because you know, you don't have respawning dungeons. Although to be fair, in this playthrough, and you'll notice, once I explored those other dungeons, I didn't even get any. I didn't go back to them after the cores respawned, mainly because I don't fucking know. they barely gave any core a poor dungeon, and I felt like it wasn't really worth all that time and effort to go back into them, so I'd rather have gone up north. And up north is way more worth it, because among those dungeons I found like 20 cores. So that was totally worth it. Alright, so I'm just gonna go ahead and pause it here, because I gotta put stuff away again, and I definitely could use a new video anyway. Alright, we'll see you soon.